Well, over the course of the next couple of weeks here on GCR, we're going to try to get to know some of the folks with local ties who are going to be participating in this summer's Olympics. And first up is someone who's not originally from this area, but went to college at St. Mary's here in Maryland. Joining us now, he is Olympic sailor Markus Edegran, and he's with us now on GCR. Markus, it's Glenn. It's great to chat with you, man. Thank you so much for taking the time for us.
Yeah, no worries. Great to be here. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
it,
I grew up I went to college in Maryland, down just south of Annapolis. And for sure, yeah, I have some memories getting to the sport a bit
I
while I
guess
was down there.
I want to get to now, but can we go back a few steps with you because I'd love to know your path to getting into sailing, how it became a thing, why St. Mary's was the spot for you in order to continue that.
Yeah, for sure. I grew up in New York and I learned to sail at a young age on the Hudson River. Um, yeah, and I sailed through high school, and then when it came to college, I was looking at a bunch of places with strong sailing teams, and yeah, small school down in Maryland had a really strong sailing program, nationally ranked, and so yeah, that's where I ended up continuing my sailing journey.
Did you know of the like Olympic history that like St. Mary's and the sailing program had? Like, I Scott Steele is someone who stands out to me significantly, a local guy who won a silver medal in the Olympics. Was the Olympics even a thought for you when you made that decision, I guess?
Um, for sure, yeah, for sure. I was always interested in sailing, sailing and maybe one day being able to be in a position to um be on the Olympic team. But I definitely didn't know too much about the history at St. Mary's and the sailors that had gone through. It doesn't surprise me as one of like the top sailing schools in the country that we have some sailors that ended up going to the Olympics, but I definitely didn't know the history going into it.
If I could go a step back further, if I, just to get there, when you say you grew up and was your family always into sailing? Was it how did you come to the sport? Because for it's not quite like hey, my kids are going to go out, run around, and play baseball or go play soccer or something like that. What was the path uniquely for you to get into sailing?
Yeah, yeah. I'm a first generation American, and so my dad was born in Sweden, and I guess it was from his side of the family that he grew up in the summers sailing in Sweden, and um, to some extent sailed did some racing, and so basically, yeah. Once I was around 8 years old, he kind of put us into summer camp, yeah, where
Okay.
we learned the basics and learned to sail. So it kind of all started from there.
Wow. And you always was it always a love for you? Like, did you just know this is the sport for me?
Um, I mean, for sure. I mean, it's an all-weather sport, so for sure there are days where you're out in the rain or in the cold, or it can be it's not so glamorous. But yeah, getting in at a young age and just getting just meeting new friends, and it just became yeah, the sport that I pursued the most as a kid, and for sure, yeah, enjoyed getting into the competitive side of it, and yeah, enjoyed the racing.
Okay, so we're chatting with Markus Edegran, who's of course an alum of St. Mary's College here in Maryland, and he's getting ready for the Olympics. Markus, when we say sailing, that's like a big, broad topic, right? Like that covers a lot of things. Uniquely, the path for you, you know what? Again, dumb guy. Let's start somewhere else. What is Formula Kite? Like, what is kite sailing specifically?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's our day. It's the sports like discipline's debut at the Olympics.
Okay.
So yeah, at the Olympics, there's all sorts of different. There's 10 different sailing classes. So just different kind of boats, and obviously, yeah, sailing is quite broad. There are people sailing long distance around the world, and um, Olympic sailing is more short course format, so short races that are closer to shore. Um, but yeah, there's all sorts of different vessels that it can be done in, and yeah, at this point, with the way the sport's gone and the technology we have, we're I'm flying a kite and riding a hydrofoil board, which flies above the water and can hit like 50 miles an hour or so. So we may be the fastest Olympic sport period this
50
summer. So
miles
it'll
an
be really
hour?
cool.
50?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Yep.
nuts. Okay, so how do you get again? Because there's a difference between like being on it. How do you get introduced specifically to kite sailing? And are you, like maybe a little bit of an adrenaline junkie? Like, did you say like, oh yeah, this is the one, like this is the direction?
Yeah, for sure. As I got older, I started sailing faster and faster boats. That's for sure. So I definitely enjoyed the more high performance classes. Um, and then from the kiting side of things, um, yeah, I guess it just for most of us, it starts as like a recreational hobby, and like kiteboarding. Aside from attempting to race, it's just a big sport recreationally. So if you're anywhere with on the coast at the beach with good winds, you'll probably see a few people out on the weekend, just going back and forth on their kiteboard.
I
So that's where that's
is
where it
that
started
still a
for me.
joy? Like, this is so fascinating to me. Do you still
Yeah.
like enjoy if you're not competing and you are, say, at the beach and somebody says, "Hey, we should go out kiteboarding"? Are you at the place where you're like, "Nah, dude, that's what I do for a living. Like, I'd rather not do that right now"? Or do you enjoy it so much that even if you're not competing, we might still be catching you on a kiteboard somewhere?
Yeah, you'll for sure be catching me, and I think I can speak on like everyone that's heading to the Olympics in this class. We all love kiteboarding, and yeah, maybe we won't be on our race equipment, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll take out a surfboard or take out something that's a little bit more fun, like just more recreational, and just play around a bit. But yeah, I'm not sure if every sailor would be out sailing in their, on their spare time, but for sure the kiters are out enjoying flying the kite, whether it's even if we're not racing, just to play around and have a good time.
That's really cool, man. That's a really cool passion. Markus Edegran is with us as we're getting ready for the Olympics. So, being an Olympian now and representing the United States, when you qualified, what was that feeling like? What did it mean for you to know, okay, I'm there, I'm going to be a part of it?
I think I'm still settling into it. It's I don't know. It's something that I've been it's been in the back of my head for you know more recently, like the last 5 years, in this new discipline. But just growing up sailing, it's always been in the back of my head, and I think I'm still processing it. But I'm super proud to represent not only the country but also the sport of sailing, and then also just the kiteboarding's debut in the Olympics. It represents like a whole nother sphere of people enjoying the wind and the water, around the country.
It almost is sort of like a boldly going where no man has gone before, right? Like, you'll always be part of that first group that had won, and in that, with that in mind, the significance of should you win, should you medal, it maybe even could mean a little bit more than like other people that could win because you would be doing it for the first. You would always be that part of history, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm super fortunate to be among the first doing it, and I know the sport's been trying to get into the games for a bit, and it just happened to be good timing with me getting into the sport around this time, and yeah, super stoked to be part of the group that's you're representing the sport on the highest stage.
Markus, I tracked down your bio from St. Mary's College, and you gave maybe the greatest answer of all time when you were asked why St. Mary's. You said, "quote It's a solid spot," unquote, which is just so perfect. I love that. What did your time at St. Mary's mean to you in your life? What did you take from being here in our area, and how did that help prepare you now for reaching the Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, most of my time was spent right next to the water, living, down there in St. Mary's River, and just off the Chesapeake Bay. And um, I was in the early stages of learning to kiteboard while I was in school, but I remember, having the opportunity to, you know, get out in the middle of the day before my next class and get on the water with a kiteboard and starting to learn the more of the basics of kiteboarding. And yeah, just was really part of a family in the sailing team down there, and yeah, just I think just the environment of the sailing team and um, the level to which we push each other every day on the water after classes, and you know um, definitely was a special time, and definitely like the best team I've been a part of.
It's really cool. So had you ever kiteboarded before? Like when you say that, like was that the start of kiteboarding? Was during their time at St. Mary? Again, not competing with it, but just learning.
Yeah, it was pretty early on, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. I was definitely still learning, and just getting out on the water between, when I wasn't busy with sailing or classes. I would get out and just really just getting my feet wet
that's
in
awesome.
kiteboarding. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So what's it gonna take in order to be standing on the podium? I know you're already there in France, getting ready for the games. What will it take? What is the most important thing that needs to happen for you in order to be a medalist at the Olympics?
Yeah, yeah, I'm here at the venue now. I'm putting some time in, just getting used to the weather, and the conditions are unique everywhere you go. So yeah, trying to just get a handle of that. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's a race. So the fastest person is going to win, for sure. There's a certain amount of execution that you're going to need to pull off at the games, but I'm just going to need to, find some extra speed, and go into the games as one of the fastest guys in the competition, and then yeah, I'll have a good shot.
Marcus, we're so happy for you, man. I know it's Instagram. It's Markus Edegran, just Markus Edegran, all one word. Marcus with a K, Edegran. That's how you can give Marcus a follow. Is there a website or anything like that? Anything else that you're involved with that we could plug for you?
No, that's pretty much probably the best way to follow closely. Otherwise, also the US Sailing Team has an Instagram account as well that has some good information there. Yeah.
Marcus, so first of all, congratulations. It's truly incredible, the accomplishment of just being an Olympian. We can't wait to be following and see how you do. Best of luck, and I know what it means to the entire community at St. Mary's College. So congratulations for that as well, and thank you for taking the time for us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks so much for having me. Appreciate it.